Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road. A bit like this real non-reader who nearly takes out the other truck as he overtakes it there. His idea of a safe pass is farting without following through. Or this human equivalent of a stepless ladder sees an articulated truck coming round a tight corner, so what's he do? Drive right into him, almost goes under the trailer. That last idiot, he nearly drove into the truck. Well, these next two, they're really out of luck because the little silver car up there pulls to the right. The red car don't see him and they both collide. How does this happen? Are people driving around with welding masks on or something? Unbelievable. Got this from Ludmill, and as you can see, there's a no right turn sign up there. Now, the lights are changed green, and normally everyone could go, but they can't go because the non-reader at the front wants to do a right where he's not allowed to do a right. So he gets one ticket for doing that. He gets another fine for getting stuck in the box junction. That's that idiot's idea of multitasking. Okay, so from an idiot that doesn't know what a no right turn sign means to an idiot that doesn't really know anything in this from Seth. As the four-wheel, two-brain cell moron just goes all the way up the wrong side of the road identifying as a motorcycle. If brains were sand, that idiot's egg timer's running at 2 seconds max, and that's on a good day. On board with Dave P approaching this road junction, he's about to show us a first-class display of BMW roadcraft as they just overtake right at the junction and chuck a left. That idiot there is to road safety what a fishhook is to a maggot. Staying on the theme of gold standard BMW roadcraft, we got this from Ian S. Look at this, nearly takes out the silver car, nearly takes out Ian. That plank displayed the directional ability of a fart in a tumble dryer. And here's another brainless mental wandering, this from Jim P, just pulls straight out. Another div that thinks highway code is the Wi-Fi password at home. Never mind about BMW roadcraft. In this from 80s Child, we're going to see a first-class display of backwards black Mercedes with blacked out windows roadcraft. Here he goes, just using them chevrons was painted on the road as his own private overtaking lane. Now this is what happens when you put babies into incubators when there's a bad power cut and your chosen pronouns is that, it or gimp. Here we go, let's have a bit of smash bang wallop in this from Michael G. Look, the black car undertakes a silver car, then the driver of the silver car, who's got the mental agility of a fridge magnet, thinks, oh, there's a car there, I'm just going to move to the left. Now the two cars are tangled up together. Watch the black car as it pulls off. His back bumper ends up like the deck chairs on a cruise ship, on the deck. You can just imagine the driver of that silver car gets up every morning and writes down on his to-do list, be mediocre at best. Here we are on board with Mickey P up in sunny Liverpool. Mickey said it's always sunny up there and it's always lovely up there. Well, what ain't lovely is when people jump the lights. First one goes through and then Victor Mildred in the Toyota press. He ain't yielding. He's got no time to lose. He's late for his midweek Texas line dancing club. Okay, this is from Shields Driving School. Now, you'll see a car pull out to overtake, yeah, no problem there. But keep your eye to the right, on his left. This car he's overtaking as he's not keeping his eye on anything and nearly forces him into Farmer Giles's field. The only thing that idiot uses their wing mirrors for is to reflect on their bad life choices and to see how dumb they look. On board with Shahin A, and he's sitting at the red traffic lights. That's what we do. What you do unless you're more inbred than Philadelphia Light. That moron just overtook a car to drive through a red light at a crossroads junction there. Am I missing something here? It beggars belief, it really does. This from John the Hammer. Now, it does get tedious sitting in traffic, doesn't it? Nobody likes it, especially when it's a long queue on the motorway. But when you've got a white Merc with black wheels, blacked out windows and a black empty space between your ears, and a level of intelligence what can only be found in creatures what can normally only be viewed under a microscope, it's no problem at all because you just back down the slip road the wrong way, of course. John said he knows him, he's a local man, they call him Spray Paint. I said, that's a funny name, why do they call him that? He said, well, when he shakes his head, he rattles. Here we are on board with John, just approaching this roundabout. He's going to go round to the left, nothing much to worry about there. Well, he's got a lot to worry about now, because the matchstick-brained idiot in the little black Mini who's got the rearward-facing visual ability of a blinkered horse just backed into him. Now, if you ain't got a dash cam, what's to stop him saying that you hit him? Guys, dash cams are not optional anymore, and one of the best dash cam companies out there is Road Angel. Why are they one of the best? Well, firstly, they're a UK company, and they give a 3-year warranty on their products, and you can get nationwide fitting if you need it. Best of all, I can get you 15% discount using promo code RM15, and also if you got a problem you get to speak to someone on the phone one-to-one, old school style. So go down in the description, click the link below, get yourself 15% off using promo code RM15 and get yourself safe, get yourself protected. Okay, this from Corky. Pay attention to the transit with the chevrons and the black BMW next to it, because that driver of that black BMW, he's not paying attention to nothing. He's giving his wing mirrors as much attention as a vegan gives attention to the steakhouse menu. He literally just turned left into that truck when it was in full view. On board with idiot drivers on our roads. Now notice he's just come off the motorway, he's on the slip road and he's going downhill, yeah? Look at this moron here, it's wet. Well, this idiot's logic board has definitely got a bit of rain damage. He just pulls in front of that truck. You do not do that. He's just lucky that there's anti-skid down there. If there weren't, I reckon he would have been eating his food through a straw and farting through his mouth for the next 6 months. What a plank. Look at this bloke, happy chap, and he looks smiling, thumbs up, everything. I bet the idiot who was driving the bus ain't smiling, that's for sure. But there's 2 idiots in this one. The biggest one is the instructor who was teaching the driver at the time. He's about as much use as a steering wheel on a unicycle. And as for the driver, the only time he's going to be getting on the bus is to get down the job centre tomorrow morning. Anyway, at least they got a nice open top tour bus now they can sell, I suppose. But seriously, how does a so-called bus driving instructor let his student do that? Here we go, this old skip lorry here doing its bit towards the environment, helping us reach our net zero targets. That skip lorry's dumping rubbish on the road like Katie Price is dumping used rubbers in the recycling bin. This from OC2 Fish 07. Now there's 2 very cognitively disadvantaged road going reprobates in this clip, proving that definitely that 2 wrongs don't make a right. The first one is this living breathing vessel of ignorance that's driving this Mercedes. He ain't got the slightest clue what lane he's meant to be in, where he's going or where he wants to go, but he's about to be joined by his lobotomy surviving friend. Smash bang wallop. Them 2 are going to have fun exchanging details when the only words they know is what, I don't know, and Siri dial mum. Then you got this from Roy down in Australia. You can see it's dark, it's wet, not much visibility. So the last thing you need is an idiot with the IQ of a toothbrush on the wrong side of the road. Then we got this from Arcturus approaching this junction. The truck comes round there a bit unexpectedly and the car and the truck nearly collide. Then the little black car starts backing up like Katie Price's gynecologist when she walks in the surgery and bosh, he hits a car was behind him. How can you not look behind when you're backing up? But then again, how can you not look at your sat-nav when you're on the motorway and see where you're going and what junction you're meant to be taking? Look at this idiot here. He is to road safety what a mother-in-law is to a long car journey. And here's another totally clueless twat from Mr. Thunder who's displaying the directional ability of SpongeBob who's trying to use a sat-nav he bought off eBay but is still stuck on Arabic. As a species, we're just doomed really, aren't we, looking at this lot? Here we are on board with Mike South Wales approaching this roundabout, as you can see from the sign up there. But the Bath sponge-brained idiot in the little blue car has become mentally overwhelmed at the complex task of driving under a bridge whilst negotiating a roundabout, and he's gone the wrong way into the roundabout. That idiot's so inbred, the first thing he does when he gets up in the morning is check his scalp to see if he's got any green mould up there. And here's another mentally and directionally challenged pleb in this from Dominic F, who's unable to complete the very complex task of actually finding his way out of the Thurrock Lakeside car park via the actual exit. He's a sort of muppet that'll have to dial up Siri and find out how to find his way out of a revolving door. Here we are on board with James L on his bike. Now keep your eye on this plum in this silver car. Now what you do when you want to move over to the left? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You just indicate, move at the same time, slam the anchors on and nearly force the bike behind to run into the back of you. That's exactly what you do. That idiot there thinks that the mirror signal manoeuvre is something they do in a Bikram yoga class. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, I'll put a smile on your face. Please hit that little like and subscribe button down below because it really does help. We're nearly at 25,000 subscribers. Come on, I know you can do it. Right, let's have a look at some two-wheel idiots. Okay, so first on our bill of fare is this bloke here who's not sure what you're meant to do at a roundabout, and he's also not sure whether he's riding a bike or a kiddie's balance bike. But he's definitely sure what the front of a coach looks like, that's for sure. This from Cabolo Nero, watch a plank on his phone straight in front of that truck. It's not a case of if, it's just when, really. Yeah, this is a good one from Ali G. Look at this. Belendo Maximo on his new ride. Look. Hey, look, they're not headphones he's got on. They're to stop his brain falling out when he goes around a sharp corner. Please tell me that adult hasn't got kids. Please, please. No. And then we got this exclusive from Musa. Look, this is the first time you're going to see a sample of septic tank residue riding a bike, delivering food and adding to the organ donor quota at the same time. Here we go, another two-wheel donut what's got the common sense of a traffic cone and a banksman there what's about as much use as a rubber tea bag. Look at that goon, he's not worried about his 1.5 metres passing space, that's for sure, is he? If that idiot tries using a computer, autocorrect is just going to give up. Okay, now keep your eye on this lycra-clad cupcake because he's looking down at his handlebars. He should be looking at the front and he headbutts the back of the van, ends up eating paint off the back of the door like he did used to do when he was younger. Planks like that are the reason that washing up liquid has not for human consumption printed on the back. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'll put a playlist up there on the right. Got about 60 odd videos in there if you want to go and watch some more. Have a good weekend and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.